Brighton arrive in South Wales boasting a recent form guide that reads 12 matches unbeaten, 5 wins in their last 6 and 3 straight wins on the road. In fact, they've dropped just 2 league games all season and not since early September, whilst August's 2-0 defeat to Newcastle is currently the only thing separating the two teams in the table. The Magpies have themselves a slender 2-point gap over Brighton in second. Brighton's biggest threat is about as obvious as a call as you'll find in Championship football. With 6 goals in his last 7 matches, Glenn Murray has elevated both Brighton up the league table and himself personally up the top scorers chart, where just like the Seagulls as a whole, he trails Newcastle's Dwight Gale by just 2. 9 of the on-loan Bournemouth strikers' goals have arrived during the course of Brighton wins. In fact, they're still undefeated in the 7 games in which Murray has found the net. Yet, what's most astonishing is that he's still yet to score on the road this season. Each of his 11 goals have come in front of the home fans. David Stockdale has been the man between the sticks for Brighton in all but 1 league fixture this season, and he's recorded an astonishing 10 clean sheets in just 17 Championship starts. In fact, as a club, Brighton have recorded 11 in just 18 matches, and unsurprisingly boast the best defensive record in the league as a result. They've conceded just 11 times all season, just 4 times in the past 8 matches, and have twice put together runs of 4 consecutive clean sheets this season. A 12-match unbeaten run coupled with a relatively small first-team squad leaves very few selection headaches for manager Chris Hughton. Yet one position which could potentially see an alteration, dependent on opposition, is the centre of midfield, alongside the veteran presence of Steve Sidwell. With Beron Kyle ruled out since September with an ankle issue, it means 2 from 3 options in the middle of the park, and having started 4 straight since his goal-scoring match-winning contribution off the bench against Wigan in October, it's Dale Stephens in pole position, just over Oliver Norwood. He also netted in both of last season's meetings between the two clubs. Their star man arguably is unavailable through injury, with Beron Kyle missing since September. Yet in Shane Duffy they have a true renaissance man on their hands. He makes his second visit to Cardiff City Stadium this season after enduring a difficult night at the office on his previous outing with former club Blackburn, when he netted 2 own goals before being dismissed late on in a 2-1 defeat back in August. Much maligned at the time, he then made a reported £4 million switch to the South Coast, where he's truly turned his season around. After being part of a back 4 which conceded 4 in his first 2 games as a Seagull, both defeats, he's seen his side concede just 4 times in the 12 unbeaten matches since. City won the last meeting between the two clubs comprehensively, netting 3 times inside the opening half hour back in February through Peter Whittingham, Anthony Pilkington and Lex Immers, en route to a 4-1 final score, with Whittingham adding a second half penalty to the tally. The Bluebirds are riding a 4-game unbeaten streak against their avian rivals, yet have lost 2 of the 4 league encounters between the clubs in the short history of Cardiff City Stadium.